Arissa, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. Congratulations on the new season of Big Brother. You must be very excited. And just between me and you, is I know you're in the planning stages, but is there anything you can share with us?
Okay, listen, John, I mean, we go way back. If I told you anything, I would have to kill you, and that would just destroy me. So we're that's all under wraps for now. But yes, you are absolutely right. I am so thrilled. We get another chance to like blow Canadians away with some of the coolest, most interesting people and some of the most inventive gameplay that you've ever seen. That's how I go into every season. You know how much I love this show. I think there's something for literally everybody who or anybody who watches it. But I no, I this is like Christmas time for me. When we're out there looking at who wants to play, who thinks they have what it takes, who are these fearless people that want to live with no regrets. I cannot wait to see them, to meet them, and I don't want anything to stop anybody from thinking that they should apply.
Now, obviously, you're casting for the new season. You're searching for the new house guest. What are you looking for in a new house guest? What makes your ideal applicant?
Ideal applicant. Okay, that's to me, that's easy. That's somebody who pops up on the screen, one commands my attention,
Right,
but is somebody that I feel like I haven't seen or heard before.
right,
And that can mean anything. It's a very open-ended description I gave because I love being surprised. I think that the biggest thing that we look for is how real can you be when a
right,
camera's on you, right?
right,
I think a lot of people watch a lot of YouTube, they watch a lot of TikTok, they go, okay, I kind of know what I should sound like, or I look like this, therefore I should sound like this, and whatever.
right.
It never works that way. I think those people feel very stale when they're not being their true selves. And we want people who will be able to open up. It's not an easy thing. It's a
No,
really difficult thing to ask people to really sort of drop the artifice and be who they are
right.
and be funny sometimes and sad sometimes and emotional other times and really strong other times. Like those are the people that people connect the most to, the ones who feel like they don't have to put up a front. And that's not everybody, and that's okay. Um, but I want to watch the people who really can do that, who can take us to that place of who they really are and feel like they're not trying to be a pale version of someone else, you know? So that I think is a big thing. Of course, we are always looking for diversity and diversity of all kinds of
Right.
race and ethnicity and religion and region. You know, there's so many places we want to have new people from, whether they feel like they're representing them or they're just representing themselves.
Yeah.
We're really, really interested in seeing some new faces. But also, again, if you've applied before, like come back. I'm trying to think. There was a season where I think 5 or 6 of, I'd say maybe the most iconic players from that season had all auditioned before and not made
Oh,
previous seasons. So I say that just to say, you know, just because you applied 8 years ago does not
right.
mean you shouldn't apply now. You might be older, but you also might be wiser and know yourself more and have seen more game and are better strategists. Like all those things can be true. So, you know, we want originals, we want fearless people, we want people who can tell a story and people who can be themselves and like drop the act. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, when somebody is preparing to send their submission in, what do you say? What is your advice to them about here are the do's, and maybe most importantly, here are the don'ts that we're looking for?
Okay, well, our amazing casting director, Robin, has given me lots of pointers over the years, so I feel like I got this. But she always says one is we don't want to see how great of an editor you are. Like
Right,
we don't need this like epic cinematic video. Like it could literally be you talking into a phone saying what you like about the show, why you'd be great on the show, and what you have to bring to the table.
right,
Because if this show was made for you, if you've got that it factor, we'll know from even just that whether we should at least talk to you again. You
right.
know, we want to know that okay, this person can tell a story. interest. They have maybe they have an interesting look, or the way they turn a phrase is interesting. Maybe their job is interesting, or maybe where they're from. Maybe if they're from a town with 400 people, maybe they're from a place with 2 million.
Right.
And they've been watching this show for years, and suddenly they realize it's time. We just want to see different kinds of people be able to like pop onto that screen and tell some stories. Here's a don't be like, I've never heard of the show before. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to play. I don't even, it's like, you might think it's cute. It's not really, because we do want people with some kind of working knowledge. I mean, granted, you and I know we've seen people who kind of are learning the game on the fly. They only know it a little bit. They watch a little bit of the game tapes. Anthony Douglas comes to mind, someone who didn't know the show that well. And by the end of it was, is to this day known as one of the most effective mastermind type manipulators we've seen. Like, incredible to watch.
Those
right?
those journeys can be different and fresh to watch when somebody doesn't know all the intricacies of the game. They may only know a Big Brother on like a kind of a surface level, right?
Yeah. So I love seeing that too. So you, by all means, do not need to be a super fan.
Right.
I mean, if you are, amazing. If you're not, amazing. But you do need to have like some small working knowledge of how the show works is very helpful. I think saying you're just like someone, or I will play just like, or I am a Kevin Martin, I am a Kevin Jacobs, I am a Ty, I am a Renee, I am a like, you can say whose game styles you like or respect. Yeah. And you can say, I would play maybe a little bit like this person, but I'm kind of like this, or I'm sick of hearing people going with the house. I would never do that. Even if that made me a target, I know that I would leave the game with my head held high. We want to know that stuff. What makes you special and different, as opposed to what makes you just like somebody else.
Now, once somebody's involved in the process, what should they expect, or what should they prepare themselves for? I don't think a lot of people talk about that. Once they're involved, how do things go forward? What can they expect once they're in the process connection with you guys?
Okay, well, this is, I mean, some of this is real state secret stuff. But we'll put it this way. Once you apply, once your video is in, you hear from us if we want to hear more.
Right.
It doesn't mean, if you haven't heard from us, it doesn't mean that we're not interested in you forever. Sometimes people hear much later than they think. They've already written it off. I mean, shoot, I'm the host of the show. And I believe after my audition, I was like, I don't know, I guess I didn't hear. And then I heard something. So even for me, you never know. I think once we've decided that we want to sort of hear more, then there's going to be a bit more back and forth, and all of those instructions will become clear. And again, you can't, like, I promise, do not take it personally if that's not your year. But keep trying, because I've been blown away by how well people have done after auditioning for 3-4. Karen from season 5, iconic player. She auditioned every year. And then she made it on season 5 and was like, unforgettable. This happens all the time. So, you send in the video, you send in your picture and your info, and then we will holler back if we want to hear more. And then the process goes on from there. But all of that, we hold your hand through the whole thing. So it's not like, I don't know what's happening. You'll know.
Well, once again, thank you, Arisa, for talking to us again. And best of luck with the new season. Cannot wait. And all the best with the casting. Big Brother Canada is not only known for, casting some of the greatest players that ever played, but some of the most interesting personalities to watch. So all the best to you, and looking forward to the new season.
Thank you so much, John. Have a wonderful day.